We are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. And this is the grand opening. It is open to the public. And we're going to take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection. Handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heels, sandals, flats, and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Let me get something going. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry, family. I've been running, been to the dentist all day, got some things going on so I can smile, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. If you did not come in and gave us a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up as you come in. We got a lot to go over, and I want to share a lot with you guys. There's been some stuff being said and going on. We need to just take a breath because we've got a lot of stuff to go on. Thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, mods, for coming in and handling the chat for us. We got a new mod. I don't know if she's in the building, but you'll start seeing new mods. We're starting to put some new mods in there. And if not just in the chat, just let me know. Text me later. And if you've been coming around and stuff, and let me know if you want to be a mod, because we're going to make about 3 mods. Okay? Because we're going to have to start doing things of that nature. But thank everybody for showing up. And thank everybody. First of all, there was a young lady we forgot to tell her, thank you for the super chat. I think her name is Camille Nelson. And we went right over it. I didn't see it. So first of all, I'm sorry that we didn't see your super chat, but I want to say thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your super chat. I just want to put that out there. Camille Nielsen, thank you for your super chat. We appreciate everything that everybody does for you. Here's your dance.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I see Shay Too Silly in the building. Thank you for the super chat, Shay Too Silly. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I see another one up in the house. I see Carla Jefferson. Thank you for the super chat, Carla Jefferson. I see you somewhere in there. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat. That's what we.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I see. I dig the text. I see the text, and I will call you later. I see Rhonda Hayes. Thank you for the super chat, Rhonda Hayes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat. You guys, you the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Miss Queen B. Miss Queen B is in the building. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Queen B. Miss Queen B. She's a married Queen B. She is, she is, she is. Thank you for the super.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. And thank you guys for putting emojis up in there. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Whew, I don't even know where to start. Where do you guys want me to start? I need to get up in here so I can see what you guys are saying. Thank everybody. I see all the mods in the building. And when I see our new mod, I'll just give her that. But anyway, thank everybody for the super chat. Where should we start at? First of all, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We can't start. Hold on. We got SB times three. She says, hey, SP and family, been MIA and snowed in without water and electricity in Texas, but lift him up because I'm in the building today. Thank you. Say thank you, Lord. I know that's right, girl. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all don't know Texas is getting it. I tried to tell you guys it was coming. I told y'all we had pipes busting over here, and we're just now getting our pipes fixed. Not here, but a couple of the properties that I have pipes busted and everything. They ain't had water, but God is good. They're getting water now. But thank you, SB times three. Thank you for the super chat, lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. Okay, you guys, let's get into some business. All right, let me move my screen over a little bit. Let's get into some business. I got some things to share with you guys. You know, first of all, we came on here. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Camille Nelson. She said, I'm here for it. Girl, we missed you last week. And I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But let me get you off in there. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad about that. I looked up, I said, we didn't give her super chat. Thank you for the super chat twice. We already gave you one, but we'll give you another one. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. because we have to go back over those videos and then we'll see what we try to do things better, you guys. I mean, we just don't go over them just to look at them. We do try to do things better. And I noticed we came on Monday. I was going to share with you guys what Detective Henson has said. Okay. And somebody was in the chat, in the comment section, and they was like, did she ever get on it? No, because guess what? Um, the biological family member, Roro, called in, and I was just so surprised and happy that anytime that part of the family of whatever's going on calls in or whatever, we stop the bus and we be like, whatever, let's hear what they got to say, you know. So I was just so happy that I'm sorry, you guys, that we didn't get onto that topic. So first of all, let me back up and tell you guys it wasn't a lot to share with you about what Detective Henson has said. Let me see, how did it go? It was two situations. One was, oh. I can't tell you the family member, but the family member had called me up. She'd been trying to get in touch with Detective Hammond. Hammond. Oh Lord, I'm seeing Detective Hammond on the uh Braylon Noble case. Detective Hanson. Detective Hammond. Detective Hammond is up there in uh Philly. Anyway, Detective Hanson. She'd been trying to get in touch with Detective Hanson for like about 2-3 weeks to share some information, and she couldn't get a hold of him, and she was like, I'm getting sick and tired of it. And so she called me and she says, I'm going to try again or whatever. Well, she tried again and they conversated. I got to listen to the conversation. Now, I'm not going to share with you guys that conversation. I'm not going to share with you that conversation because that is kind of a private thing, and you just can't do that. But and I really couldn't really hear it, to be honest with you, but I got it so I could go back and listen to it. But that's between them. But she just wanted to show that she did get in touch with him. But so now, yesterday, family, let me share with you this. We got a lot to share today. We're gonna talk. So that's why I'm trying to go through it real quick. So just bear with me. Just I'm not even going to read the comments because I will lose focus. So yesterday I went to the dentist. They did a lot of work. They gave me some medication. I was in and out, in and out. I was trying to sleep it off, and I got a phone call. And it's a family member of ours. She's been calling me and stuff and sharing things with me. And so when she called me, I'm kind of under this anesthesia a little bit. So I'm laying back and she kept on saying, SP, you there? SP. And I'm going in and I'm going out. I'm going in and I'm going out. She was like, are you going to sleep? And I'm like, I'm there. I hear you. But she said some things and my mind was like, this is important, but I can't grasp how important it is, but I can hear it in her voice. Certain things triggered in my mind that we need to step it up a little bit. So she after I done nodded out again, because like I said, I was under some anesthesia, some heavy stuff. You guys, I can't take an aspirin, I'll fall asleep. So if they gave me some anesthesia, I'm really out of there because I don't take medication. I just don't do it. Anyway, so I done nodded off again. I heard the last thing I heard was SP, and I nodded off. And I woke up and the phone was dead. And I was like, she was telling me something really important. So I said, she was a little excited. So I said, well, let me call. This is how easy it is. Let me call and down there to California and see if I can get through. See if I can get through. So I called down there and I was talking to the lady and I said, I need to talk to John Walker. And she said, what is it about? And I told her what it was about. And I said, I really need to talk to him. I need to get some information. I got a tip and I need to get some information to him real quick. She says, I'll just hook you right on up to Detective Hansen. And I said, ooh. So Detective Hansen got on the phone and Detective Hansen said, how can I help you? And I said, I have a young lady that called me, and he asked, well, who are you? And I told him who I was. And I told him about our organization, and people always share tips and share information with us. And I said, she tells me this and tells me that, but I don't know the the whole ideal of what she was really talking, because I'm under this medication, but it's very important. And but I told him the little bit that I did know. And and I, you know, usually dealing with these detectives and stuff, just like on the Braylon Noble case. What? No, not the Braylon Noble case, but the King Hill case. They usually be like real, you know, um, okay, we'll, you know the difference. Trust me, you know the difference. You'd be like, I ain't calling back no more. I'm done or whatever. But he was like, he says, well, what's her name? And I gave him her name, and he says, what's her number? And I gave him her number. And then he says, well, I'll give her a call right now. So I text her and I said, Detective Henson's going to call you. And she says, yeah, great. I'll go on back to sleep because I'm just done. I just can't take the medication. And about 20 minutes later, she calls me and she says, SP, Detective Henson called me. I said, it must have been something that he wanted to hear, and they can have that private conversation. So I'm happy that they shared it. Maybe it helped, maybe it not won't help. Okay. So that's what I want to share you with what Detective Hansen. So I think things are starting to change, you guys. And the reason why I want to share that with you, if you have any information that it's very easy. It's not like the King Hill case where they're cussing at you, hollering at you, telling you they ain't going nowhere, they ain't looking nowhere. I mean, they're very open-minded, and I was so surprised taking down information, taking down phone numbers and stuff. And so I'm very pleased, to be honest with you. I'm so pleased. This is different. This is I'm just being honest with you guys. If you guys knew what we went through on the King Hill case, they're hollering at me, I'm hollering at them. I just want to go catch a plane and go on up there and tell Detective Hammond what I feel about it. I told her I don't even want to share nothing with her. I was done. I mean, I'm just being honest. That was on the King Hill case. But this case, they were very open-minded. And so if you have any tips, you can share them with, just call the California City Police Department and they'll hook you right on in. You don't need bullhorns, or you don't need to, they don't want people calling them, cussing them out and stuff. But if you got a tip or something, you can do it that way. Now, they did do some updates. What do you guys want me to share with you first? The updates or some information that goes into all this other stuff? What do you guys want me to share with you? Let me see what you guys are talking about. Okay, I don't see none. Everybody stuck. Yeah, she said, "Oh wow, yes, it's really they're really on it," and I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. So I'm surprised you went through that. Yeah, I did. Trust me, I was done. I was done. Just done. Okay. So she says the update. Give us the update. Okay. So first of all, the update on the case, you guys know that John Walker did an interview uh yesterday, and he was sharing some of the things. Pretty much everybody's like, he shared the same things. No, he really didn't. I mean, you have to read between the lines on some things. So let me share with you the things everything was pretty much the same, but there were some things that was different. First of all, let me share them with you because I got them right here. Your sister was working today. So I'll share the update and then I'll share something that we had missed before. I don't think we missed, but it just confirmates something. But I want you guys to see it for yourself and then you tell me what you see. So, okay, let's go with this is something that John Walker shared that is new. Here we go.
There is one thing, I don't think anyone asked about this, but when I first met the biological mother of the two boys, she had mentioned how one of them had a broken femur. This was a couple of years ago. I know I saw it on the Attorney General's website as well, that Oren had a broken femur, the biggest bone in the body in his leg. Did the adoptive parents in that interview, did the bone heal at that point? Does he still?
Yeah, it had been years prior. I think even prior to them adopting the kids. So that was, to the best of my knowledge, that was ruled as an accident. That there was no, I'm sure there was an investigation done by Children's Services, and they found no misconduct.
Okay. No misconduct with the biological mother?
Yeah, with anybody. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, it was just ruled, an accident. That he broke his leg, he fell down somehow, and he broke his leg. However, that would be a good way to identify.
Okay. Did you guys hear that? That when CPS has already took Ryan Dean's child, they ruled it as an accident, and the child was still in there. Yes, an accident. She said, girl, oh, that's old news. No, it's not. I'm selfish. No, it's not. Just pay attention to me. That's not old news. A lot of people do not know because a lot of people blame the mother for losing her child. And he said that it was ruled as an accident. Now, here's something else. She said, girl, that's old news. Okay, we're not going to be rude in here. We're not going to be rude. Okay, I'm just sharing so everybody be on the same page. Okay, here we go. Here's the second thing that he said that was different.
So are you starting to think that this case is part of something larger, something like human trafficking, or I know a lot of people ask me about that.
I can't rule that out. I can't rule anything out. Of course it's possible. Anything, until we know different, everything is still in play. So, we need specific facts to prove otherwise.
So that's another thing. They're not ruling out human trafficking. Okay, human trafficking doesn't mean it has to be somebody you putting on a corner and doing sexual acts. Human trafficking is basically enslaving somebody. Human trafficking is selling another person to another person, whether it's for, you want to be a parent or, for sex or whatever. That's still human trafficking, and they're not ruling it out. He's just saying they don't have no evidence to weigh that in. They got to get some, okay? So, and it could be for organs. I'm just keeping it real with you guys, okay? 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 So, here's the third thing that is okay, what just happened over here? Okay, don't do that to me. Here's the third thing that if you read between the lines, he tells you that yes, they asked Trezell and Jacqueline to take a polygraph test. And remember before, he would not answer. He did answer this, but he answered it in a way that you have to listen to what he says. She asked, did they? And I think he couldn't answer. And then he says, those are tools. And yes, they're not, missable in court. But he said, I wish we had those. That means he don't have them. Right? Just listen. Here we go.
keep asking about polygraph. Polygraph is not it's not admissible in court. Is it a tool? Sure. Can I believe at some point that maybe that you are being deceptive by the results of the test? Sure. But it's only a tool. It's only a tool to help us go in a certain direction. But right now, we don't have any of that.
Wow. Did you hear what he said? He said it's only a tool, but we don't have any of that. That means they did not take the polygraph test. Now, I thought that they probably did. If really was a kidnapping, then they probably did. But he says we don't have any of that. That means, in other words, they refuse. Yes. Now, and I'm gonna want everybody to call in, so I'm getting through this as much as I can. Now, this is the part some of you guys are not gonna like. You might get it, you might not get it. Okay, I may even get in trouble for it, but nevertheless, I condensed it so small that I shouldn't get in trouble because you got to have so many seconds of a content to say that you took someone's. So I'm going to tell you where I found it at, and everybody already know. And I normally don't do this, but I have to do a little bit. But if you want to watch the full video, and I'm not saying that, like, I don't know how to explain it in a good way, but I'm just saying that this person, his name is Doug. I don't know him personally, but there's a lot of controversy about a video that he did. Now, remember, I was telling you guys, eat the meat and spit out the bones. Now, I didn't care what he said about, well, I cared, but what I'm saying is what he was saying about AV news crew was not true. Yeah, I told you guys that. I said, but it was a very good interview that he did with the person that lived next door to the person that worked for him or whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand what I'm saying, I got a little clip. I can only show so much of it. And I told you guys, I said, that it weighs. So let me share it with you if you didn't see it. She said Doug needs to be arrested for what he done on there. Well, true, but the guy that he interviewed do live right across from Trezell and Jacqueline, diagonally, on the other street, and they can see their house from straight view. They got a what they say, a bird eye, an eagle eye, straight view of their house. So they would have been the best person to go and ask, hey, what did you see? Now, I'm going to share that little bit with you, and that's it. But if you want to see the whole thing, you got to go to his channel, and I'm going to give him credit. I have to put it in there later, but his channel is No Thanks. I think No Thanks, but and there's a reason why I'm only sharing it. I'm not in agreement with channels holders, you guys. I'm just not. I'm letting you know. I'm not about all that drama. But if something good I can get out of it, great. And some good that I want to share with you guys, great. We'll do it. So here we go.
Of any size, shape, color. No kid.
Any animals?
No animals. We've seen one rather thin black man come out of there once or twice to get mail, but no woman, no kids.
Okay. The only thing I wanted you guys to get out of there, that the man lives right across diagonally from Trezell and Jacqueline, and he says, no woman been over there, no kids been over there. He said he's been seeing a black man come out, get mail. Sometimes bring the dog out to do his business. That's it. And I said to myself, I said, that's all he's seen. He's an older man. They come and go. And when a different race moves into the neighborhood, People watch and see what's going on. And not only that, that was used to be a drug house. So of course they want to know who's moving in and what's going on. So they've been watching or looking or paying attention to it. And he says, no woman, no kids, no. Now, this is what I want to share with you. I want you guys to hear what John Walker said a long time ago on his live about 2 months ago. Here we go.
And so something that a lot of people have been asking me, and a lot of people believe that the kids could be, unfortunately, underneath the floorboards of the house, not the backyard, but in the house, underneath the house. Have police looked under there?
We've looked everywhere possible in the house we can possibly look. And we brought in search dogs, cadaver dogs. Every dog you can think of has been in that house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house.
Okay.
Did you guys hear what he said? I want to know, did you guys hear what he said? I don't see nobody moving. Come on. Chief said neighbors saw children, but was there was boys? Yes. Did anyone see the video? No. They need the one across the street to be interviewed. Yes. Okay. Let me do it again. BJ come in here buffering. They were never there. That's what he said. Now, listen again.
The house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house.
Okay.
House and has not had any kids anywhere in the house. House and has not had any kids anywhere in the house.
Okay.
Let's slow it down. And what did he say? Using a strong positive with a strong negative. What did he say? Let's slow it down.
We've looked everywhere possible in the house we can possibly look. And we brought in search dogs, cadaver dogs. Every dog you can think of has been in that house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house. Every dog you can think of has been in that house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house.
Okay. See, some people wants to fill in the gap and say, he was talking about this, he was talking about that. That's why we have a lot of narratives. I'm not going to give you a narrative. He said a positive has with a negative, not, which, okay, let me bring that up. Let's see what that means, because I got that too. Let me see here. That means. That's what that means when you use the word has not. It's correct grammar. I know it does not sound like it's correct, but you can use it as correct. But when you have a strong positive backing with a strong negative, tell me, what do you guys think about? Tell me what you get out of it. She says, I think he is referring to dead kids in the house. He said, has not. Let me see it again.
We've possible in a house we can possibly look. And we brought in search dogs, cadaver dogs. Every dog you can think of has been in that house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house. Every dog you can think of has been in that house and has not had any kids anywhere in the house.
So, what I'm thinking is, you guys, and this is what I'm thinking. If you take my furniture out of my house and put it in your house, of course you're going to get a hit on it. That doesn't mean my grandson been over to your house, but you're going to get a hit. But there's ways to know. I mean, you may not can word it, but when my grandson comes over, there's blocks on the floor. He done wrote on the wall. He's got a Happy Meal. There's a dirty diaper over here. But when they checked the trash can, there was only I think it was Jack Bean or something, alcohol and sodas. It wasn't like somebody's been living in the house. I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, I know you're going to chew me up, so go ahead, call in, tell me what you're thinking about, because I'm going to wait on it. Here we go. Tell me what you think, you guys. I'm waiting, because I want to know what you guys are thinking. I told you guys what I'm thinking. That's a lot. Just think about it. If you feel some kind of way, let me know. There's a number. Okay, what you guys are saying. CNH. Okay, hold on. Somebody named CNH said something. I was trying to get it. The boys never made it to that house. I don't, I'm just, here we go. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, SP. It's Cat Shark. How are you?
How you doing?
I am very well, thank you. I was going to say, we thought from the very beginning that those kids were never there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why they felt the need to say something, because Christmas was coming. Mm-hmm. Let me turn my TV down. Sorry. Should have done that first. And people were probably asking them, what should we get the kids? And they needed to come up with something.
Okay. That's
what I believe. And we knew that. I think we've always known that because of the Bakersfield being pulled into the equation. So, them saying, well, technically, the neighbors, well, we didn't even know.
Right.
About those kids. So, I don't know. Maybe they ended up selling them. I mean, that isn't a good thing, but hopefully they're not on the other side.
Do you know that the last person seen those kids, he said, well, it was the adopted parents. And then he says, oh, yeah, well, the grandmother seen them. And I don't believe he's talking about Wanda West. I believe he's talking about the grandmother of
Jacqueline, her mother.
Yeah, her mother.
Right.
Because that's where the kids were allegedly supposed to be at. And
right, and didn't they live in the same complex?
Right. So right. I don't think that's a good person to go. I mean, I understand we got COVID and, it's cold, but somebody else could have, surely seen that kid within 3 months.
Right. No, I agree. I don't believe they ever made it to the new house. I believe something happened in Bakersfield, and they had to come up with something. And I was also going to say, the fact that even COVID, you still see people.
Right.
Where's not the kids could have gone in that yard.
Right.
They could have played outside in the front. We're only 6 feet from each other.
Right.
You don't have to stay, miles. I still see my neighbor's kids.
You're right. You're right. And I do know on this interview, he said, yes, some neighbors did come forward and said they seen the kids, But is he talking about on the footage where you see somebody getting in the car? You don't know who that is. You don't know if that's the dog jumping in and jumping out, jumping in, jumping out. You don't know if that's my cousin or my niece. You don't know if that's just the kids back and forth or what. You don't know. You don't know if it's those kids.
Because we can't see.
You can't see. And it's only 4. It wasn't even 6.
Right.
And they were saying if they seen the kids, they couldn't identify which kids they were. They wasn't saying, yeah, Orson was there, Oren was there. They just saying, well, we seen some kid there.
Right. Some kids, exactly. Yup. And where is the footage from when they were supposedly shopping? Hasn't anyone looked for any kind of footage of, with them going to the store, in the parking lot, parking the car, walking from the car into the, you know what I mean?
Right.
They do that.
Yeah, usually when you have kids, 10, such and such or whatever, you say, go to the car and give me such and such. Take the trash out. Put the dog outside and watch the dog or whatever. Nothing.
But I mean, when they went shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the cases that have been solved just from them watching the front door, seeing the person come and go.
Right.
Recently that man, killed his parents, and the reason why they caught him was because they saw him making the trips back and forth to Walmart buying supplies.
Right.
So where is the footage of them shopping that day, walking from the car when they parked into the mall?
Exactly. You're right. There's got to be some. If you guys went shopping, where is it?
Right. And what about the highway videos now? Don't they have, aren't there videos, everywhere? Aren't we under constant surveillance? So can't they even, in New York, which is where I'm from, I live in Albany, well, not Albany, but I live in the Tri-City of Albany, New York, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In New York, we actually have lights with cameras on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you run the light, you get a picture, and then they send you the ticket in the mail.
Exactly.
So where is their footsteps? Usually they can make a footstep of where you've been, just sometimes from surveillance. And if it's true that they took their phones, then they had to have taken the information from the phones. And that would also give them a map of where they were.
I'm glad you said something. And something else I just wanted to share. Do you know the picture? Do you know the picture that they're sharing? They have on the clothes that they had when they reported, the same clothes. The gray sweatpants and the black shirt is the same thing that the picture that they share, and there's no updated pictures. But the picture that they shared, guess what they had on? They had the gray pants on and the black shirts. I wanted to put that clip in there and
maybe that was the last time they were seen, is what you're saying.
It could have been almost a year ago. It could have been almost a year ago, and I'm just putting that out there. It's just a coincidence.
I think Walker was doing a little nip before he got on, because his speech was a little slow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little slow and a little slurred. So maybe that's why none of these cases are being solved in California. Maybe we need to take a look at the police department and find out what they're doing on their free time.
No. I slowed it down. I slowed it down so everybody could hear every single word, because you know what I'm saying? I showed it regularly, and then I slowed it down so everybody can hear that he says has not. We usually say hasn't.
I'm like, what?
But he said has not. And I was like, wow, those are powerful, a positive and a negative to explain something that's in the past. I'm just, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No. You definitely, when people speak, they tell the truth unwittingly.
Mm-hmm.
They refer, if they know someone is gone, they refer to them in the past tense.
Right.
We loved them. Like I said, past tense.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just look at. I mean, the last guy did it. He referred to, just if you watch these people and you compare them to other crimes that have happened just within the last couple of years, it just looks exactly like that.
Right. And you know why everybody's going around going, oh, I seen him with a kid. You probably seen him with a kid, but I guarantee you didn't see him with those two.
Right, because there's so many kids. I mean, even her mother has a ton of kids. So who's to say that she wasn't babysitting them, maybe taking them out with them?
Right.
Who knows what kids they were seeing them with?
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Right.
And now now, from what I heard, they will not give any more police interviews.
Oh, really?
Is that true? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I wasn't sure if that was true or not.
No, he said, matter of fact, he said this is why he does the interview so that the case will not go cold and people think that they're not on it. And he continues to do interviews, even though they don't have anything to share. I mean, that's why he's doing them.
Right. Well, and that's the police officer. I mean, the West. They're not talking anymore, right?
Oh, they didn't want to talk.
Yeah, they don't want to talk at all.
But they didn't want to talk. And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm getting excited. But there was a brand new channel. I can't remember the channel holder's name. It's a brand new channel. They only got like 138 subscribers, called Wanda West, and she answered the phone. And I think she got scared. And it wasn't the cousin, you guys. It wasn't the cousin. I can't remember what channel that was. I have to go look in my my history. But
something Queen or something like that. I think I know what you're talking about.
No,
no channel that's following the story recently.
I know. I don't think it's Queen. I don't. No. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's a new one. It's a new one. Let me see here. Let me see. No, because ain't that they're keying some way? This person wasn't keying to him. Not that one.
No one else is calling, right? Because I don't want to hold anybody else up.
All righty.
But no one's calling you, right? Because I know sometimes people get out here and they talk, and no one else can get through, but no one's trying to get through to you, right? Well, other people have a turn.
Somebody, but hold on. Let me see here.
You tell me when.
Okay, I'm gonna have to shut this down for a minute. Hold on. It's called True Crime and Murder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called True Crime and Murder. And that person has 1.3 thousand subscribers. So they just probably got monetized, but she got a phone conversation. She really didn't say too much, but she did answer the phone, and it was her. It was her, you guys. And then she also she was like, "Can I talk to Trezell?" And she was like, "He's not here." She was like, "You're not gonna let me talk to Trezell?" She said, "Well, how can you talk to him if he's not here?"
Right.
And she was like, "I just want to talk to Trezell." And she hung up. And so it's while she had her on the phone, she should have been asking some questions. But that's how things like, if you go to, it's called True Crime and Murder. That's the channel that if you want to listen to the full conversation of her trying to she did get in, she did answer the phone, and she hung up. But she did get a hold of somebody that knew the West. The guy's name was Gregory something. So go to that channel, get all that information. And then he says, "My sister know the West very well. She'll speak to you. I'll have her call you back." So she's waiting on a call back from the guy that sister know the West very well. So you guys, maybe that's somebody.
Information on how their relationship really is.
Yeah, and she said she knows them very well, so she can. I'm just sharing.
I do feel for the grandparents. I do. It's not. They've been dragged into this. I feel for them. So I personally, I don't know, probably wouldn't go that place, you know, I do feel for them. I don't, however, feel sorry for Trezell and Jacqueline, and I do not feel sorry for his other brother, the one that we know could possibly help, but just kind of won't, you know, or does in his way, I guess. You know,
Right.
So I don't know. I feel bad for the entire family. I just wish that those two. Now, I remember a few years ago there was a crime, and the two people who were charged with the crime in the end were actually brought to the interrogation room, and they were split up, and neither one of them could leave. And I'm sorry. Let me say this again.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to leave, so the cop said to him, "Are you really going to leave and go home and take a nap while I stay here and continue to look for your child? Really? You're going to go?" So why? That's what it drives me nuts. Why aren't they doing that to these two?
Well, sometimes they don't want to do it because then they will lawyer up real quick. And if you've got them working with you, you try to keep on, because they, if they don't have nothing to hide, then they will. But when it gets hard, they'll probably shut down.
I don't know. I just feel there's a way they could make them talk. And if they're not coming forward and helping with the investigation and with the searching, then they're not trying to help. So
Right.
they do have something to hide, I feel.
Right.
But anyway. All right, well, let me get off the phone and let me get back to my stuff. I got to get ready for work tomorrow. I got clothes to come out and go into the dryer.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, thank you. Good hearing from you. And you have a great night. God bless everybody.
God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, and she says, I thought the sister was living at the Casa Loma. Somebody said, I'm usually in the bush or something. What? What's going on? Go ahead and call on in, you guys. Come on, because we're 53 minutes into the hour. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Now, he says there has not ever been any kids in there. I mean, I don't know if you guys, you tell me, because some people's like, no, they got sent. You're going to get sent because the clothes. You're going to get sent because they've been on the couch. You're going to get sent because it's their bed. That doesn't mean those kids been in that house playing around and they've been living there. 3 months, you should have been a little bit established. I wonder if they were established, really living in there. Think about it. You got 6 kids. They're not outside. The neighbors are like, they're not outside playing around and all this. COVID, you're not around people when you're in your own yard. You out, in your own yard playing with your own siblings. They're saying, the neighbors said, ain't no woman been over there. Ain't no kids been over there. Been a black male walking to the mailbox, the dog poop or whatever. But kids, they ain't really been there. That's what he said. I'm just saying. This is SP. Go ahead.
Hi, SB. I was listening to the live. I don't believe those kids ever went to California City.
Okay.
And I honestly believe that he's right. They did pick up scent in the house in his first interview, the chief, but they never found anything outside.
Well, okay, so why do you think if they got scent in the house?
Because when they moved, the clothing, the toys the other kids had. I'm
in agreement with that.
And then, if you remember, I'm not going to say this channel, but when he first went out to Costa Loma Apartments interviewing the neighbors, the first guy he ever interviewed said that DeSalle and his wife moved out in June.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then another neighbor, she backed it up. The last time that they seen the boys was September 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they had that birthday party or something, and Wanda West stated that the boys weren't there because they were sick.
Yeah.
But I would like to know.
And that was earlier in September.
That's right.
And you know what, though? Mm-hmm. But the ones that said that they cited them in September, did they actually see Orrin and Orson, or did they see the other two little ones?
Them, because that's when her car got broken into, and they had video cameras, and she went to see if they had Jacqueline's mother's house to see if she could see the video to see who broke in her car. And Owen and Orson ran out the door, and Jacqueline's mother had to chase after them. See, I don't believe.
But was it Orrin and Orson? How did they know it was Orrin and Orson and not the other two kids?
See, that's the whole problem. I don't believe any of what the family said or the boys said.
Okay, because here's the thing. Because remember they supposedly have sent 2 kids back. Did those kids even make it back?
That was the grandma. That was Jacqueline's mom.
Okay. Okay, so it was Jacqueline's mom, not Trizelle.
No. She sent them back. She was having problems with them. Running out of her house and stuff. And those were actually the 2 little boys that went over to that one lady's house all the time to play with her boys.
But who to know if it was Orrin and Orson?
She recognized him from the flyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't believe the sighting in San Jose. You know what? If she works at Grocery Outlet, and anybody knows what Grocery Outlet is, they sell diapers. And she said on there, that's what Jacqueline was asking for diapers and said they didn't have it. That's bull crap.
Right.
Grocery Outlet sells diapers.
Right.
And diaper wipes and baby powder. So I think that's a wild goose chase.
Well,
myself personally.
You know
what? Because you know what? You don't see the kids on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything happening on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they disappear. There is no way they're going to drive up here, because I live up in Northern California by San Jose. I'm about an hour away. It would have taken a 5-hour trip up and a 5-hour back. That's 10 hours on the road.
Well,
I believe the kids are somewhere between California City and Bakersfield, and there's so much damn desert out there, they're never going to find them.
Right. Well, you know
what? It all looks the same anyway. So how do you know what you've seen and what you haven't covered?
Right. But every time when you get a tip, it's always good to be in agreement with it. You know what I'm saying?
I know you
because
gotta play the game.
Yeah, it's always good to be in agreement with it and go check it out.
It's just like the same thing as a lot of people. If you've never been close to a case of a missing child, you don't know how the cops go. Like another big case was Amber Swartz in California. Her father was a parole policeman that was killed in the line of duty, and she came up missing. And even up to 5 years after her missing, I can remember my son's first 3rd birthday. We seen these 2 guys parked up at my house. We couldn't figure out who they were all day long. So we called Panol PD because we had people coming over.
Right.
We didn't know if we were safe or not, right?
Right.
Panol PD hit because we lived in a dead-end street, hit the corner. As soon as they hit the corner, they did a U-turn and they took off. And we go, well, ain't that something? So we had a vacant lot, so my husband went out around and snuck up on them and knocked on the door or the window, and come to find out they were FBI agents. And they had the whole neighborhood staked out until 3 o'clock that morning because they got a tip that somebody was going to drop her off at school. It never happened. And they finally declared her dead, and she'd been 35 today.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know who is staking out, and I think they letting them run around, and I think they have a tag on Giselle and Jacqueline to see where they're going and who they're going with, because some of these stories that are coming up, are crazy.
Well, people, I had a lady call me up, and I was on the phone with her for maybe 2 hours. I was going to work, still talking to her. I mean, she had me convinced. I was ready to call the California City Police. And then next thing I know, we were talking about tarot reading. And I was like, oh my. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I listened to that lady the other day that was saying up here in San Jose, and I'm telling you, my gut saying it's a wasted trip, but have a nice trip.
Well, there's a lady in the chat right now. She says that her grocery outlet doesn't sell diapers.
See, ours does.
But didn't one of them call? Didn't AV call up there and ask did they sell diapers?
No, I don't think he has. It's just too weird. She doesn't realize. I mean, I know it wasn't publicized stuff here. The only reason why I knew about it is because of the YouTube channels. But there's no videotape that's going to verify it. Because the tape in the store is over taped.
Right.
How you gonna prove it that they were there?
Right. Or
and I don't know. And grocery outlet don't open up at 7 a.m.
Well, I do know that they did call, and I guess it did. Actually, no. I think Doug called to check, and they did open up at 7 a.m.
That's new.
Yeah.
They normally don't open up until 8.
And then somebody's in the chat said it happens some cause irritation, like they're looking for a certain diaper or something, because you may want Pampers and not Huggies.
By 3 years old, there's a possibility a kid didn't wear diapers. My son was potty trained by then.
Right.
I mean, everybody's just assuming this kid was in diapers. He could have been out of diapers.
Well, 3 years old? Wow. I don't know.
My sons were.
Well, my grandson ain't. I told him he's going to get married in a diaper.
No, you know what you do? Put a couple of drops of dish soap in the toilet and tell him to pee in it, and he'll make bubbles.
Oh, wow.
He'll do it when you tell him he can make bubbles.
Okay. We'll try that. Thank you for that.
But I'm going by the people at the apartment that last seen those boys. The family is useless.
Right.
I mean, they're going to say whatever they need to say. And it's just a sad situation. I mean, all I know is, I had a son passed away, but I'll tell you right now, having one missing, I'd be going nuts. Not just one, two.
Right.
I don't even see. I don't understand it. Even Mark Class says.
Right.
He's even saying it. He doesn't understand why none of the family is involved.
Well,
trying to find these kids and using the media.
Are you talking about both families or the adopted family?
The adopted family and Jacqueline's family. Right.
When Jacqueline came on that interview, the first thing she said was, "My yard." My yard?
You want to know the truth?
She said, "My yard."
Yeah, but you know what? The way she was rocking, and I'm being on it, and paranoia, I think she's a meth head.
Oh, really?
Just by watching her. She couldn't sit still. She was always looking over her shoulder. Her eyes were just all over the place. You know what? She really never focused on anything straight out. She was just all over the place. I mean, I don't know what the hell she was looking at, but if you ever noticed, go back in that interview and watch her.
Oh, yeah, I watched it. She was all spooked out, like.
Yeah, and I don't believe she's a victim of domestic violence. I mean, because if that's the case, this would be a good way out for her, and it all dump onto Sal. So she's just as guilty as him.
Right.
There's just no doubt about it. If she was afraid of him and she wanted out, she had a way out. I don't buy it. I really don't.
Right.
And, it's not that way. I mean, if she was that scared, and I hope to God CPS hasn't met the other kids either until they open their mouth. I mean, that's a good tool to try to get them to talk.
Right, but
But you know what? Where are they going to have a house for the kids anyways? Because if neither one of them are working, none of them are getting that money anymore, that house is going to go into foreclosure.
Right. Right.
And And they all know there was fraud on the loan on the house from the get-go. So why don't you hold them on fraud charges?
You're right. Or lying to the police department and making you can, it's a felony if you lie to the FBI. Because remember, that's what they were holding.
From what now I may be wrong on this, but from what I understand, the only ones who's questioned them is California City. I don't think the FBI questioned them. I think they were just there to collect the evidence.
Right.
Just like Bakersfield was there to cut, because they're the ones that have the lab. California City doesn't have a lab. But I'll tell you something right now. By now, just like they did in Lori Vallow, they should have the pings off their phones where they have been on those days.
Yeah. I don't think wherever those boys was, I don't think it was no time recent that they did whatever they did. I don't, they're going to have to go back, and it's going to take time to go back, you know?
Because, there's a lot of cell towers out there, and they say, what is it, a 5-mile radius from the tower that you can pick up the pings? Well, myself personally, if they were up here in San Jose, there's a lot of pinging to get all the way up here.
Right.
And California City would know it because the FBI has to have that information back by now. That's how they found TJ or JJ and Kylie.
Right. It took them a while too.
And it's going to be in the cell phones unless they shut their phones off.
And did you hear what he said about the picture? He said that he can't get the pictures because the FBI still have all of that. But Jacqueline could have shared some recent pictures of the baby, but I don't think there is any.
Myself personally, I don't think those kids had a praying chance from day one.
Right.
I mean, it's sad, but you know what? I hate to say this. I don't wish this, even for the biological mother or anything in that aspect, but I don't think they're alive. And everybody keeps on worrying about the burn pit and the backfire. My uncle worked for a cemetery, and he did cremations.
Right.
It has to be a 1,500.
Yeah, it's not hot enough
in order to disintegrate the bones.
Right.
And an open fire is not going to do it. It's going to have to be contained in that very, very, very hot fire. So they might have burned evidence. But I remember the lady that lent them the $5,000 to move was to help with closing costs and buy new furniture. But you got to remember that fire was back in June. And they moved out of the apartments in June. According to that guy that was interviewed.
I thought the fire was September the 2nd.
June 11th, the day before my son's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And so and they actually said it was Owen's birthday that day, the littlest one's birthday. That's why they were stunned that they had this big bonfire, because everybody's making this big deal because it was one of the boys' birthday.
Really?
Which I think is strange. Wouldn't you be celebrating your grandson's birthday anyway? So why would you be having a bonfire? But you don't know with these people. Right. It's not normal. None of it's normal. And like when
Evelyn says it was more than one fire. 777 says June 11th, my son's birthday.
You know what? They should have burnt the whole house down. It's like crap.
Okay. I'm glad we share information here. That's why we come into the conversation room. So if you know something, let us know so we can get it right.
But it's a sad case, people are jumping on it every day and repeating the same thing over and over and over. I just remember those facts from the beginning when it was fresh. And you can't forget those people. You know, as far as that guy goes and that woman that lived in that apartment, that I have heard any witnesses stating the last time anybody seen any of those kids was September 23rd.
Right. And you know what? Yes, that's what we need to talk about too. Neither one of them got on a wedding band. I don't wear mine because I work with kids.
I don't think they're married. I think it's a common. You know what? The thing about it is, the one who has all that information is CPS, and they ain't gonna handle that out.
Right. And you can still adopt and not be married, but
you know, but
Tasha says, I don't think they married. I don't think they.
I tried to look her up. You can't even find out what high school she went to. You can't find a birth certificate on her. It's like she dropped out of the sky and there she is. You know, and everybody's after Tizelle. The whole thing is everybody better start looking at Jacqueline. She's the mystery.
Okay.
You can't find nothing on her.
Right.
And that's the whole thing. I'm tired of hearing about Giselle. Why don't somebody find something about her?
Jacqueline.
She's a mystery.
Right.
She's a mystery. Where'd she come from?
Right.
You can't find a birth certificate. You don't know if she has a driver's license. You can't find a marriage license. You can't find any of that. Because once you got the marriage license, then you got her real legal name.
Exactly.
Her maiden name.
Right.
The marriage license will tell it all. You got to list your maiden name. Who says Vance West is her maiden name? And who says that she spells Jacqueline like everybody's? There's two ways of spelling Jacqueline.
Right. Well, she said something. She spelled it on the news thing how to spell her name. Remember?
But she changed it the second time around.
Right, she did. She did do that.
See, that's the whole key. Is that the secret right there? It's the way she spells Jacqueline. But she's a mystery. She's a total mystery.
Right. Okay.
And how can somebody not have a past? You know, she has to have some paper trail somewhere. And really, the only ones that will have it that I can see of is CPS if they really adopted these kids.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they have to, it doesn't mean, but you know what? It doesn't mean that they were legal documents either.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'll let you go so somebody else can call in.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you. And you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, this is SP. Who's calling?
Hey, SP. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I just got one comment. This is Niecy B.
Okay.
I guess on February 22nd, the thing that is really concerning me is that it's so much distraction. It's like it's so much coming in that the facts are all getting twisted. We don't know what we thought we know, what we thought we knew, and this has happened. No, that didn't happen. But something happened on the 22nd. Another YouTuber posted a video that, to me, was the best video that's been posted about that area and the possibilities of what could have really, really happened. So on February 22nd, this YouTuber went back to the Aspen house and he stood on the corner where the adoptive dad made that right turn. And he basically did a 360 and he explained where the Aspen house is, the two lots on the side, the camera that's got the video that we all saw, the people that did, the old people that did the interview. And then he also showed the house that is right in front of the West house. And he said there is a Ring camera on that house, a Ring doorbell, which can't see the front door of the West house because the van blocks it. But it can see the lot on the right side of the house. So you have one camera that can see the left lot. You got another camera that can see the right lot. And the reason, and see, the chief is not, I don't think he's saying what people think he's saying. I think the only thing he's saying is they're lying and we know they are. Why didn't we get, if you've got that many cameras, why didn't we get an Amber Alert if somebody actually drove up and took them, or if somebody walked up and took them? If that had happened, those pictures would have been all over the news. So I think the only thing he's saying is they're lying and we know it. I think the other thing is, you know, we don't know if there's a crime scene or where it is. You don't really know exactly how long they've been gone. So I think that they.
So was it AV News, AV News Crew, or AV Watchmen that did the 360?
AV Watchmen.
Okay.
AV Watchmen.
AV Watchmen.
And it was the best summary. It was just the best way to see that house and what was around it. So there's a camera on the left, didn't show anything going on. Then a camera right in front of it that can see the lot. So if there was a car or a person, that Ring doorbell would have seen it. And we would have an Amber Alert, or we would have a be on the lookout, or we would have a car that was driving by, or a person on foot. The other thing is there's no streetlights out there. He covered all of this, and I don't think he really knows what he was uncovering.
How good, how powerful that was, huh?
He does. I don't think he knows. So, and when he said there's no streetlights, well, remember on the video that we've all seen, you could see the white van driving off, and you could see it in a distance coming back. You saw no other car lights in the pitch dark desert on that video. His car was the only car moving.
Okay,
his van is the only one moving.
Okay, we've got 3 people in here, and we got somebody saying Doug did the video, somebody saying AV News Crew did the video, or AV Watchmen. Do you know for sure who done that?
Yeah, because I saved it in my little library because I wanted to go back and watch it again.
So it was AV Watchmen?
I'm going to verify it for you.
Please.
AV News Crew.
AV News Crew, okay. AV News Crew did it, okay. Because there's two entities. There's an AV Watchman that he broke the case with the footage that everybody, now we got something to go on. And then there's AV News Crew that he goes out and he goes all across California looking at everything, and he has his wife with him, and he covers a lot of things, and they're both great.
Well, but AV News Crew stood on that corner where their right turn was made, and he did a 360 and explained the proximity of everything. The house directly in front of the West House has the Ring doorbell, and it can see the lot on the side where he was supposedly throwing the wood or opening the gate or whatever he did.
But do they know that the doorbell camera was working?
According to this video, they do. According to that, they do. Yes, according to that. And also, I think it was said too that camera could never see children coming and going because of the way the van was blocking the door. You know, and I don't want to speculate too much because I just don't want to contribute to all the misinformation. But I just think the chief, all he's saying is they're lying and we know it. When he said that he don't see how they could have gotten out the backyard without an adult. He's not saying that somebody came there and took them. He's just saying that what they said is not true.
Right.
That's all he's saying. The other thing is, been married to law enforcement for a very long time, and he took a look at this, and he said, this is what we have to remember. When the law enforcement gives us information, it's what they need. They're not giving us anything because what they know is not something we can help them with. He said they've got to look at all the way down to debit card transactions. On this day, they stopped buying 6 Happy Meals. Now they're only buying 4. They've got to try to figure out when this happened. And it's a very big circumstantial case if you don't have bodies. and you don't have a crime scene. So it's a very big circumstantial case. So they're looking at behavior changes. When did they stop buying chicks Happy Meals?
Mm-hmm.
That is what you got to know.
Okay.
That's when that's going to tell you when something happened. Then you take that and you figure out, okay, where were they around this time? Were they going to different cities? Were people coming around them? You know, that he said it's got to get on a detailed level like that, because you don't know what the crime, if there is a crime scene or where it is. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the dogs, not the cadaver dogs didn't hit. Luminol didn't find anything. No video of the kids. You know, they probably got to go all the way to Walmart and say, okay, the whole family is in Walmart, but not the two little boys. Who has the two little boys?
Right.
They got to go get enough instances of this family out and about with 4 kids.
Right.
So it's going to take time.
Right. Somebody's asking, says, there it is right there. Do you have the date on there? Thanks, David. David.
February 22nd. It was just 2 days ago.
Right there. Yeah. Hold on.
And
Hold on, Nisi, right?
Nisi B. Yep.
Nisi B on the line. Hold on for a minute. I have to thank you, David, for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Let me find it. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Hold on just 1 minute, sister. Let me find all this stuff, because
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, go ahead. Thank you very much. Go ahead, caller. Nisi B.
So I just think that is just a very good 360, and it puts everything into perspective. It really helps you understand what it looks like out there.
Right.
It really does. It really does. But I think the biggest thing is, we just got to be patient, because law enforcement, they really don't have to, they don't owe us anything. But I just believe that they are really working it. It's just difficult because, you know, usually they're working from a crime scene or a body or something. So they got a lot of circumstantial stuff, and they're trying to paint a picture.
Right.
So, but that's a good video. Anybody wants to look at it.
Well, I'm glad you shared it with us, so I can go over there and take a look at it.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm finishing dinner, so have a good evening. I just wanted to say that.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. You guys, thank her for coming in here, sharing that with us. Hey, Elaine, thank you for the super chat. I see you in the building. Thank you twice. Thank you. I see you 2 times up in there. Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, like I said, she said double for your trouble. Thank you, Elaine. I see you up in the building. Thank you for the super.
Thank you. Thank you.
I see somebody said everybody saw it. I didn't see it. Help _each_other. She says everybody saw the video. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna go over there and take a look at it. Now that she told me where it is, she said it was AV News Crew, and he made the video February the 22nd. So I'm gonna go check that out. Hey, Elaine Bruner and Marsha Poole. Thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you. You guys, you're the best. You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I see my girl Candy in the building. Candy, I see you in the Candace, I see you, Candace Jackson. How you doing? Thank you for the super chat. She said, I finally done it. Thank you for the super chat, sweetheart. We love you. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Do not disrespect our host. No, don't disrespect our host. Who's disrespecting? Well, we got to do what we got to do. Some people don't understand. We're a big family and we know each other. I know Candace. That's my girl there. So when I see y'all in the building and y'all supporting the channel, they probably don't get it. They don't understand. Some people get it. Some people understand that, we got to do what we got to do. So when things happen, we can help out. And, we still trying to get our shirts back because we still got shirts to give out. So, we're doing what we're doing. So we can help out when we can, you guys. It don't go to me. Our super chat goes to Warriors for Children, and that's what we do. Anybody else want to call in? I know let's take two more calls. Two more calls if you want to get your question out there. You don't have to state your name. You can call in and say what you need to say. Come on, you guys. Hey, Camille Wilson, thank you. She says, when we feel discouraged, we should dance. That's what she said. That's what we should do. I know there was two people that was calling in. That's why I said I'm going to try to wait on you guys. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, lady. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
all right. I see Axelot. I hope I be saying it right. Axelot is in the building. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I'm still waiting on that phone call. And here we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we got somebody on the line. Here we go. Yes, what's going on?
Yes, I just want to make two comments.
Okay.
I want to make a comment about a video that A.B. Watchman did, an interview with the lady that lived behind the West house. She said she never saw any kids. She never heard a dog. She never heard any noise from that backyard. She's directly behind the West home.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I want to say. The second thing that I want to say is a couple that AV interviewed, the lady said no one talked to them. No one talked to the neighbors. Bag up those two people in the neighborhood statement. Therefore, if you haven't seen any kids and you haven't heard any kids and you haven't seen anybody, indicate that kids were never there.
Wow.
Then on the interview that Trezell gives, he said, oh, they'll be around here. That is a red flag. He wants you to believe that because he called the police and reported that the kids was missing from the backyard. So when you put that together, that means something happened prior to that residence and that those people never lived there as a family in that home.
Exactly.
And yes, you have to go back and look at AB video. He sums it up with the information that A.B. Watchman gave.
Okay.
That's why A.B. Watchman is looking in other places because all the evidence point to another place, and this took place somewhere else.
Okay. Do you know the title of that video and the date on the video that A.B. Watchman got?
No, but I'm going to go back in my history so I can send it to you.
Okay.
And another video that A.B. Watchman did
They said he was trespassing. It was a house behind the West home. The people had moved, and they had threw all of the garbage and the contents out in the yard. And he was just looking through those items to make sure nothing had been placed there. So I think we got to give everybody credit for the job that they're doing. Even if we disagree what they say and what they do or the reason they're doing it, at least they're looking.
Yes, most definitely.
And we got to be very careful about how we put down our health. We got to take our health and lift them and encourage them to continue looking, because in this case, we're only going to get where we need to go by the number of people who eyes are open, ears are open, and paying attentive to what's really going on in order to find the boys.
Ooh,
that is what I want to say.
Exactly.
We cannot knock our help, no matter how small of assistance they're giving us. It's more assistance than we have, and more people who looking, being attentive, paying attention, and looking for the boys, whether they are deceased or whether they are alive. I just want to say that, because nobody cares more about the kids than we do. These are our kids, our neighborhood. No matter what color they are, they still our kids, and we got to give everybody credit.
Exactly.
And I think while focus is in the wrong area, we focus on personality. We focus on what they say. Let's focus on what they're doing. And go forward in that manner to achieve the results that we need to achieve.
Ooh, yes, lady. Yeah, you're right.
That's
don't knock them down. Don't, they say, don't tear them down, build them up. So they doing good. Whether they got some information today or not, keeps helping them, keep going in there, watching them and telling them they're doing a good job. And they'll keep looking, because I don't see nobody else looking really.
But those are the boots on the ground.
Yeah,
we really
that's
need
all we
the
got.
Boots on the ground, because they're going to find out information. They're going to find out leads.
Yes.
It may pan to be nothing, but it may pan to be just the thing we need to break the case wide open.
Right.
And another thing I want to say, in the officer, he can only give you so much information. He can't give you everything.
Right.
Let's not stand on his bridge and complain, because he's only allowed to give us so much information. But he's saying a whole lot by mouth. And we got to listen to it, because he can't come out and tell us exactly what they have on black and white.
Right. That's why
I only give us the findings that he allowed to release to the media. So let's not jump on his back.
Right. I try to encourage everybody that got boots on the ground, whether I like their personality or not, or they did something great. I try to give them some kind of hype recognition and tell people about them. But I don't want to, especially if they're doing something, they might do something wrong. They're still making awareness of the kids.
But AV Watchman put out that video, and you can really see the backyard of the West home, and you can also see someone, if they're moving around back there, because it was an adult moving around, his black silhouette. So the neighbor is absolutely right. If there's some kids back there, she can hear it. Some kids, she can see it. The dog, she can see it. She's never heard anything.
I remember her now. She was like, yeah. She said,
there's no kids back there.
That's what she said.
That's exactly what she said. And I wanted to say this. By the way, I'm 20 years military. I do want to say this. Yes, the dog may have hit on a scent in the home, because the kids may have been on the furniture. Their clothes may have been there. A pillowcase from the old residence may have been there. One toy or two toys. But the officer is giving you a hint. He said, I want to know how they got out of the backyard. That's telling you the dog didn't follow them to the fence.
Right.
They didn't go over the fence. They had to either be in the home or left. But you would have been able to pick up that scent had they went out that front door in that van. So that's telling you a whole lot, that they never made it to that home.
Right. You're right. Exactly. Thank you.
And no, you cannot find any evidence on Jacqueline because her name is not Jacqueline. That came up. AV and his people did a whole series on that family. And another thing I want to say, I want somebody to check their information because somebody keeps saying that the brother works for the NAACP. That's not in concrete. That's not in stone.
Oh,
AV and his group made a video. And when Miss West comes up, the second son name does not show as the mother of that son. So I want somebody to check their facts.
Hold on.
Because
Hold on.
they're saying things
hold
and
on.
they don't be the truth.
Hold on. What do you mean?
I'm saying that the brother,
Jamel,
Trezel's brother, they said that is his brother that works for the NAACP.
Yes.
But when somebody went back to investigate that, they found that it not to be true. So before you give out information, I want everybody to cross-check their facts before you give out information, because we don't need to get caught up in misinformation. We need to get caught up in the right information so we can follow the leads to find the boys.
Well, Jamel does speak for NAACP though. I checked.
That's not a fact I'm disputing.
Well, hold on. Let me show this video. I still got it on here. So here he is right here.
Of two brothers in California, the boys vanishing from their backyard just before Christmas. The adoptive father's family saying they've been receiving threats ever since. Here's ABC's Zareen Shah.
Have you heard back from the Biden transition team on a meeting?
So we have not formally met with the administration fully. We do have friends that are part of the transition team who we have been in conversation with over time, but a formal meeting has.
Okay, so that's on the news.
I can say to you, SP, you're my sister. I can make everybody believe that, but I want to see it in document. I want to see it come up. If it came up that you are my sister in the birth certificate, then I'll believe it. But you can say anything. I'm your aunt, I'm your uncle, I'm your cousin. We claim all of our people.
Oh, you're saying they may not be real brothers.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Oh.
You gotta get the facts.
Okay. I got you, sister.
See, vial statistics, the Department of Vial Statistics hold everything. I want to see it there. I don't want to hear you say it. I don't want to hear you claim it. I want it to be true.
Okay.
And when they did their video and they went back and they looked at those families, his name did not come up.
Right.
They showed everything. This was a video they did on the 22nd. I'm going to go back through my history and I'm going to send it to you because it's real eye-opening. And
he looked like his mama.
Have the facts.
Jamel looks just like Wanda West.
We don't care about that. They can have the same father. They can have the same aunt. We all look alike. We all share features alike.
Now she looked like she spit that boy out.
Well, yeah, I know. But we want to make sure my point is
right.
We want to make sure we have all the correct facts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But for me to be the children's uncle and you to be my brother, and I come in so much later at a time like this when you have two missing kids, that concerns me.
Right.
And you're in a position that you can bring attention and awareness to the fact that these kids are missing. That right there kind of concerns me a little bit. I want to know why that delay was in place. But anyway, we want to make sure that we have all our facts correct. And we want to make sure that we get everybody credit for whatever they do, to participate in finding these boys, bringing them home. That's all I want to say. And I love your show. Thank you very much. Love the super chat. Actually, you have the best channel when it comes to kids, and this is what we needed. And I just want to say thank you, and I'm calling from afar.
All righty, thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, you guys, I am getting ready to get off of here. We're 1 hour and 40 minutes in. If anybody got anything to say, last call, no alcohol. Let's do it. Let me see what you got. I am gonna go and enjoy myself. Maybe I can eat something I couldn't eat yesterday. We went through some information, you guys, and I appreciate everybody that called in and shared. We will do the same thing Friday, and let's see if we can get some more information. If you get information, bring it. I know we got one rule: do not bring people's channel names in the chat or on the phone, and kind of, let's ease into that, because I don't want to fight with nobody, you guys. I'm done with that. I'm gonna get off of here. If anybody, like I said, we're looking for 3 more mods. If anybody wants to be a mod, let me know, and we'll chat about it. But other than that, you guys, be good, be safe, always be nice to each other. Bye. Oh, thank you, Miss Ritz. I gotta get you up in there. See, y'all be trying to do stuff like that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, lady. Thank you for the super chat. Super. I keep pushing the wrong thing. I do.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys later. Let me see where I'm going. Here we go.
Hey family, let me share with you what Nora's Closet has on her racks right now. You guys are gonna love this. Everything that a woman loves. We're coming into 2021. She has your Versace, she has your Gucci, and your authentic handbag. She also has your perfume. If you guys are looking for Chanel or CK or Gucci, this is the place to be. Make sure when you go over there, tell her SP News sent you. You're not going to regret it. Are you a Warriors for Children, and she'll work with you. You can walk on the runway with this one, you guys. I guarantee it.